Small now. Nobody say you go carry tally.
Small.
Ko ba hankali ba ai dole sai kai gudu nan ba. Ya ne? Ya kai dan iska. Yeah, we climb up.
Tell you, what I'm after is the point or fact that Israel is backing Trump on this kind of money budgeted by in the House of Congress. I don't understand for Nigeria, war against insecurity in the northern region, fighting insecurities in the south, Fulani bandits, they're everywhere in Nigeria now, fighting bandits and Fulani herdsmen in the southeast. I don't understand. Israel support Trump. And I want to tell you that Samoneba has confirmed it. Not only that we read on social media or on the front page of newspaper, but we've actually gotten the intel that Samoneba has known about this. Even Ekpa has heard it himself. Chibi they say Ekpa dey jail, Ekpa no get free moment. Na lie. Ekpa said it. And it's a welcome idea because it's like America intelligence and Mossad, Israeli intelligence, agency, they are going to collude together, form a very formidable force to tackle Fulani bandits, killer headers, ISIS, and S.West. In the northern region, in the mid-belt, I mean, the headers that have been killing incessantly in Benue State. Of course, recently you've heard how over 400 Benue indigenes were slaughtered by Fulani terrorists, set ablaze their dead bodies. It did not end there. They begin to touch their buildings. Touching, I mean, is setting it ablaze. TORCH. They touched down the whole thatch house, all the buildings in Benue State. It was a very, very serious case. That's why you see Trump administration that has come up with this kind of policy on the continent of Africa to at least collude with the military, especially in Nigeria, to fight ISIS, Al-Qaeda, striking north. Northern region of this country is a home for ISWAP, Islamic West African Province. Yes, Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP. They have actually made northeastern Nigeria, where Boko Haram was having their stronghold before. Now their home is a home of ISWAP. Don't you know that Mahmuda and Saru have actually captured Kwara? Kwara is a Yoruba axis that borders the north. And their leader was just arrested last month. Have you heard anything about Mahmuda leader that was, wanted by the United States and United Nations? Have you heard about the Ansaru? Ansaru, that was a branch of Al-Shabaab. That's Ibrahim Bandu, the name of the other man now, apprehended by Nigerian soldiers. Yes. They pitched their cells, their tents in Kwara State. And they operate freely because the war against insecurity in Nigeria, the military and the police are being discriminative. The way they are fighting in the north is not the way they are fighting insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria. In Central State, formerly Igbo land, if anybody had any issue that warrants military invitation, the approach given by the military to case that concern insecurity cases concerning Igbo land is quite different from the kind of attention Nigerian soldiers pay to the insecurity challenges in the north. What I mean here is that they are being selective. They kill men, Igbo youths. They set their fathers, their kinsmen houses ablaze. My brother, it is uncalled for. Do you know what? Well, the reason why I'm not happy analyzing this issue of United States approving such staggering fund for Nigeria to use to combat insecurity in the north is that if you allow these people, they will use that kind of money, vote out that kind of money, purchase arms, and start fighting the youths in Igbo land. Because that is what they are procuring that money now for. to go after IPOB, people that are fighting for emergence of Biafra. This is what they are after. That's why they are so strict, so tacit, working hard. I don't know what to understand, because they have Igbo man in mind. Igbo man, yes, because of Biafra, they don't want Biafra to spring up. That's why I'm frowning my face that if Trump could support such staggering amount, he should send agencies that will come to Nigeria and investigate the war against insecurity in the north to make sure that they face the north, not Igbo land. Igbo land were not terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu is not terrorist.
But there's Fulani.
Samuel Ekpa is not terrorist. Fulani bandits in Igbo land were taking care of that.
X-Men.
Oga, if soldiers want to do their work, they will do their work. But we know that these people, these soldiers, the officers themselves, they are grieved over Igbo man trying to spring out of this contraption that is bent on annihilating her citizens, and all the components of Nigerian people are subjected to this incessant economic excruciation that has started many years ago. Now it is growing big and bigger and bigger and bigger. When somebody that said, I control Lagos, I made Lagos the biggest economy in the world, why didn't you go and defend it in Cheltenham House in England? They allow you to talk, you did not talk. He said, Joe, talk calm. That's why the man is clueless. You see what Yoruba Cultural Group has come out to say today on social media. They say that Yorubas should not repeat their mistakes of 2023. That Tinubu has no competence. Clue to pilot the affairs of Nigerian political leadership. Meaning that he has absolutely abandoned this region, abandoned Southeast, abandoned everywhere. Nobody is receiving dividend of democracy here. Rather, what we receive here is ethnic bigotry. Babanla, Baba Biga Abada, Baba Ghana must go, Baba Jagaba, Omo Bullion Van, Far, Bullion Van, big money. Listen, is for the key stakeholders, key what? Actors in this administration, meaning all the cabals, all the supporters of his campaign, people that rallied around with him and made sure that illegitimately he hijacked Obi mandates. Those are the people that are beneficiaries of this kind of democracy we find ourselves. A democracy that is bent on nepotism, tribalism, ethnicity, ethnocentrism. That is the kind of people that are benefiting from here. Listen, not me, not Nigerian students, nor Yoruba traders, Igbo traders, and so on and so forth. Now the same politicians. They are the political pigs that are bent on stealing the commonwealth of Nigerians. And Tinubu actually thinks that it's only the politicians in the north, all those ones supporting him. It's only the politicians in the southeast central state of Nigeria. Opus Odemma, Soludo, Kitamba, Francis Nwafulefu. Those ones supporting him are the people that are going to give him deserved votes needed to bring him back to power comes 2027. It is a lie. This is an, unfathomable lie. Because the electorates are the Nigerian citizens. And when they come out in mass, what actually transpired in Lagos State during the former presidential election, previous presidential election, February 2023, is going to repeat itself again. If people could come out with that kind of urge and zeal, they will kick Tinubu out of power. Woto. You don't see how I demonstrate it. Lefty. Watch again. Tinubu and his abada will fly. This is one of the best analysis I just give out beginning of this week. Bordering on my, fiscal demonstration and the kind of script I'm playing now. So palatable.
But we heard that the likes of, just recently, I think that was yesterday, Shegumi was crying out loud. He said what? He said this purchasing of arm, that the government are bringing into this country will further cause division, will further cause more problem to the people of Nigeria. That's not the solution. That Nigerians and the military should stop attacking this Boko Haram and the bandits. He said this is not the solution. The solution is dialogue. He said we continue to maintain this. Do you agree with
Gumi should shut up his acid-filled mouth. It's not an abuse. No, he should shut up.
He said that's not the solution.
He should shut up his acid-filled mouth.
Let you know.
No. He must actually procure arms to make sure that even by mere reading what government is doing about arms to fight insurgency, Dan Alero, Tojibelu, some of them, most of them that are, piloting all the terrorist bandit groups in the north, would be what? Fidgeting and checking. He will be intimidated totally. What are you telling me? Che Gumi is an errand boy who has been patronizing the Boko Haram insurgents when it mattered most, even S.West. He played the role of middleman. Give me my own commission, I'm coming. I will go and tell government what they want. Don't harm me, I'm an intermediary. If I say go, they should go. If I say come, federal government of Nigeria comes. So he should play with me. That was his own arrangement with bandits in the bush. That's why he was sacked from Medina, Mecca. Saudi Arabia sacked him.
He said that's not the reason.
No.
He said it's also opinion on what issues.
No, it should not tell us. The Gumi is not in the position to tell us. We are the one to decide what actually transpired. Warranted his actually extradition or expulsion from Saudi recently. He shouldn't be the one that should lecture us on what transpired. It was because of his alliance with Mamu, Iranian terrorist faithful supporter, that was apprehended by FBI in Cairo, Egypt, en route Tehran. Tehran is the capital of Iran. What are you telling me? Do you think we are daft? We on social media, I'm not a daft person. If I'm not any other person is daft, I'm not. How could you tell me that Gumi will tell me what I will listen to? When Ekpa, an innocent person, is being suffering in jail. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is sick right now, nobody. The judge is saying that they did not warrant him the plea to transfer Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to National Hospital. That the petition has been disapproved and thrown out by court of law. Do you think we are fools? Igbo man is not fool. If Igbo men are not fools, Igbo man is not a fool. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is suffering from all manners of ailment right now, happens to die, I repeat, Nigeria as an entity, I look up to Chukwu Kagbiangman, dies. Nigeria as an entity dies.
Okay, but just like you said Simon Ekpa, they say the terrorists bringing in guns to the country, blah blah blah. But just recently in Katsina, during the peace part, they were terrorists who ambushed some local government there in Katsina, were openly dialoguing with the government. Do you think this should be right?
When I just tell you that I watch it on social media, I read it on front page of newspaper. What do you think you are going to lecture me, Mr. Correspondent? I'm your respondent. I'm the person you are interviewing, and I'm telling you that Gumi neither could lecture me on insecurity happenings in the north, nor you could lecture me that these bandits Alero, down Alero and the rest of them, Tojibelu, I saw hanging up to 7 magazines loaded with blood on his chest. I began to ask myself, what is the cause are they fighting for? In Igbo land, they are fighting for cause of Biafra emancipation. In the Niger Delta region, they are fighting for oil spillage that degraded their land. Crops on the farmland are not growing. Fishes in their water, streams, rivers are dying. That's why they took up. What are the reasons behind armament of bandits, Fulani headers, Boko Haram, and Saru, and so on and so forth? What are their reasons? They don't have reason. They are fighting for religious means. That is the spreading of what Ottoman and Fodio started in 1904. In 1804. The continuation of Islamization and evangelism, which they use women to captivate or fascinate the Hausa strongmen. And the Hausa strongmen fell before the beautiful Fulani wives. Their beautiful Fulani wives enticed them into their various huts and living room until Ottoman Danfodio and his warriors struck, slaughter all of them. That was how they overpowered the Hausas till today. They extended their military tentacles down to mid-belt, from mid-belt to axis of Kwara, where they seized Afonja Oba, deceived him, bought many cows, slaughtered those cows, cooked it and fried it. Fuel now, give him now. Afonja was dining. Yes, now style they take the silver Afonja now. Before you know it today, Afonja fell. And that's why Yoruba bow before Islam. Listen and listen good. Tell me the cause that Tojibelo, all those bandits that were having peace deal with the locals, the local emirs, the Sarikis, the local government chairman, councillors, they were having peace deal with them. They could not call the security agency. Yes, the army, the police, the customs, the prison controller, all of them that were bearing arms in Nigeria are under one armed forces. If there's any trouble spot in Nigeria, they should go there. But today, they had peace deal with bandits, the terrorists. All of them. From Sahel, people that are not even Nigerians, they were begging them in Katsina. Who in this life we are, or in his next life, has ever discovered arms with Simon Ekpa or Mazen Nandekano? That is what is called anti-Igbo, anti-Igboism, which is fear of the Igbos. Is the beginning of what? Igbophobia. When they see or hear about the Igbos or Southeasterners, they begin to shake. They run helter-skelter from one bedroom to one restroom. What is the meaning of that? High blood pressure, unwarranted nature call. They begin excreting, unnecessarily stooling as a result of high blood pressure because Igbo man is giving them hard pressure. Oga, why is Simon Ekpa in? Have they discovered the barrel in Simon Ekpa's compound? Look at people with guns of many magazines having peaceful meeting, peace deal with the locals in Zamfara, in Katsina, in Taraba. Don't you know that Tojibelo is from Taraba? They celebrated him one time. He went to celebrate Idem Malud in his community. They welcomed Super Copper Bakari that killed Nigerian youths in their large number. They welcomed him in his Taraba home with many gun salutes, many cows, many tuwo shinkafa, too much money, and veggies. As they believe, those veggies were thrown from heaven, or maybe generated as a result of the entourage that crowns Emir Sarikis in Taraba State. They gave the Super Cup veggies, money, cows, gold, a criminal, bloody one. Mazen Nandekano, how many magazines were discovered with him? How many skulls, human body, human parts was discovered with Mazen Nandekano? ESN they are talking about is our own security outfit, whether Nigeria likes it or not. We are having ESN as our forest guard. They are protecting Nigerian farm, southeastern farmland. Nobody can arrest them. They have not committed any crime whatsoever.
It never starts. This is just the beginning. Sultan of Sokoto, this is just the beginning. One Nigeria you are claiming, you are chanting, you are, you are jumping up, throwing party because of your 23 oil well in Niger.
In Sokoto, and these bandits are not joking. They said everybody go collect woto. Even the south of Sokoto now is in big fear because the one Nigeria we are talking about is shaking, is seriously shaking. And the deputy governor of Sokoto, Idris Mohammed, too, is crying bitterly. Said this we have to stop. That the government must try to stop this. But even they provided 14 logs and 100 motorcycles for mobility. Better evangelist, what do you think the Sokoto will be saying? Because last month during the NBA, he was preaching, was shouting one Nigeria sort of Sokoto. He said Nigeria must stand, that nobody must destroy the unity of Nigeria, that Even the Igbos, the Middle Belt, trying to protest against one Nigeria should be arrested. But now, see what is happening. 10 communities in the state have been captured, and he is in tears and running and in panic as we speak. What is your take as a guy?
Yeah, I remember humble self that Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to speak the truth. Sultan of Sokoto, remember last time I told him that very soon, you know, when you carry another person's dead body, it be like saying for your wood you carry until when you carry your own. Why is he running? Why is he on the run? Why must he be on the run? And why should he be on the run? He never start. This is just the beginning. Sultan of Sokoto, this is just the beginning. One Nigeria you are claiming, you are chanting, you are, you know, you are jumping up, throwing party because of your 23 oil well in Niger Delta. You don't want to lose it. Very soon, it will slip off your hand because you did not carry it from the north to Delta. No be your papa property. You just start. This is just the beginning of your running. In Sokoto State, so your brothers now, you cannot control them. Over 10 villages in Sokoto now have been captured, have been kidnapped, is under the siege, under control of what? Of the Boko Haram, the terrorists.
In fact,
the Fulani herdsmen.
Families have scattered because
now the families have been scattered, properties being destroyed, properties being looted, goods being looted, every other person, businesses destroyed. Then every other living is on the run, including also. And we are still shouting one Nigeria. On what sense will Nigeria become one? On what sense will Nigeria stand as one? Please, can you give me the credibility that qualifies this country to remain as one? Can you mention one? I'm asking, please. I'm talking to Sultan of Sokoto now. Can you mention the reason? Give me the confidence why you are shouting one Nigeria when you are running. You cannot stay, you cannot stand to stop what you have started, because you are the one that implements and that fear what is going on. You participated, you contributed to what is fearing now in this country and in Sokoto. Now you are running. I even heard that the deputy governor, Idris Mohammed, is now crying, complaining. Why are you crying? Why are you complaining?
he says village have been taken over now.
Before
Village.
his own village very soon. Thank God his children. If children mistakenly stay, then go kidnap them too. That's how we go join for Yamanaro. That's Rosalie Yamanaro. You know, when things are happening, you see why we, the Biafran, the Igbos, we are prophets. Yes, because the Lord God Almighty, the people of Kitabiama, always give us a vision ahead. This is something that we have foreseen that shall befall Nigeria. And we say, everybody, go to your separate ways, manage your resources and manage what you have. Have your own security so that you can be well secured and well protected, so that your properties and your good will be well delivered and secured and saved. But I said no. Now what is happening? Mention one place. Even Lagos here. The last time I was talking to them, the other time I told them in City Stand and Philip TV, I told them, you see this Lagos you are seeing. Very soon they are just waiting for an order. They don't fool Lagos. They don't capture Lagos. They don't take over.
We have tight security in Lagos. There's a tight security.
Babatova, didn't we have tight security in Abuja? Abuja is a capital of Nigeria. But do you hear the latest? I'm telling you, the latest happening in Abuja currently. You know, always when I speak, I say do your findings. When I talk, I say go and do your findings. The federal capital of Nigeria, Abuja now, is chaos. If they can disturb Abuja, what is Lagos? You say, let them receive marching order now. Let them just hear marching order. No, it will shock you. What thing will happen here?
Sanwo-Olu and his men are.
Baba, let me tell you the truth.
Sanwo-Olu and his men are.
It's not a joking matter. Do you know how many traders, all those traders that are entering Lagos, they are not entering for entering sake. They are entering for the purpose.
So the governor and the security agent.
It is the high time they ban these people from entering Lagos because they don't enter SS in the name of cow.
They come with their cows.
They are come, excuse me, they come with the cow, they come with the gun, they come with the bullet, they come with the knife, they come with anything. Was it not in Lagos that they arrested some of them that are practicing on how to use bomb? You know, you've not started hearing suicide bomb. Let them receive just order now. You begin hear suicide bomb in Lagos. Was it not in Lekki? Some months ago, they arrested over 100. What did they come to do? The next thing they tell you, say, Dangote, they finally invited them. But they have agenda. They have agenda. But now that we are saying people, they will not. When we shouted and cried for this thing they call one Nigeria that is a scam. Time is coming when the Nigeria will be in a siege of the Fulanis. If you go and check in 1964, under Tafa Balewa tenure time, when Ojukwu this late Nnamdi Azikiwe, remember what happened then was a sense who through that came to the memory of Ojukwu that made Ojukwu to say no. With this kind of game, with this kind of pattern, with this way, no. Nigeria must not remain like this, and Igbos should separate themselves if they don't want regional government. You see why Ojukwu said no, and they went into what they call Aburi Accord Agreement, which Gowon later came back and violated. You understand? That led to Nigerian civil war. And they said the coup d'etat that took place in 1966, January 15, it was not Igbo key. It was the which Babangida. When I was saying it, do you people believe? Nobody believed until when Brian Babangida confirmed it. That is when people began to, agree. I could remember many people challenged me so dearly, they nearly beat me that I'm lying in Philip TV. You understand? But when Babangida now said it, everybody was like, I said that is it. Because you people have been brainwashed that it was the Igbos that plotted the coup. But now you have confirmed it from the military man himself. Maradona of Nigeria himself. Now you agree, you concur. You see, that thing was the reason why the coup was plotted and was carried out, was to stop this thing that you are seeing today. To stop this thing that you are seeing today, and to stop what you are yet to see if Nigeria remain as one, as they are claiming, scamming statement, scamming war. One Nigeria, whereas we are not one. Can two